Hello, YouTube. This is Dr. Dad Gaming, and this is another episode of Dingus the Magnificent, a 100% walkthrough of Dragon Age Origins. Today, we take on Lothering. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, in this first part, we have a little bit of dialogue to do, and I'll apologize up front, and I believe there are some screen tearing from the video that we will have to just deal with.
I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing, Mother. He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish. And you think they would encourage his blubbering? If so, they are not the sort of... I do not mind. Take your time. We are safe for the moment. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it. I wonder at that myself, but she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were
I
the
do
only
love
one she
Morgan's
could reach.
voice.
I would
Very
bet
sultry.
you're king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you. What a sensible attitude. Mother is seldom sensible, however. She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you. Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening. I do not know who this Lothering even is. I agree. 'Tis time you speak.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not? Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blights. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
But we were fighting the Darkspawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Lothering do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
Me? I am just an old woman who...
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity,
And who will believe you?
He just betrayed his own king. If Al Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Sorry about skipping some of this dialogue. Assuming you play through it, you can listen to it yourself. I've just already heard this many times, so
I know him.
that's my
He's a
fault.
good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
It's just my ADHD kicking in.
Of course, the treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I suppose.
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears. Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Can't argue with that.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but...
I would say that we're not going to be
What was
using
actually our
Morgan very much because
the
I'm already a
wilds,
mage
she's
and
an
I'm not going to
apostate.
run double mages
You do
here.
not wish help from us
But,
illegal mages, young
If
man.
you are not a mage,
Perhaps
I
I
would
should
totally
have left you
recommend,
on
even
that
if you are a
tower.
mage, maybe,
Point
to take
taken.
Morgan with you.
Mother?
She is very...
This is not
Her
how
and
I
Alistair have a
wanted
great
this.
dynamic.
I'm not even ready.
And the
You
two of
must be
them
ready.
are
Alone,
two of the
these
best
two must
companions
unite
in all of
Ferelden
Dragon
against the
Age, in my
Darkspawn.
opinion.
They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even
I understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest...
Although I will not be
the
using her
wilds
as a
is our
companion
first
very often, I
destination.
do
It is
plan
not far,
on
but you will find
romancing
much you
her.
need there. Or,
And
if
this
you
is super
prefer, I
important
shall simply
when you
be
get
your
to
silent guide.
the end, as well as one of the DLCs, which Morgan is heavily involved in. And if you're going to play that DLC, the Witch Hunt, I totally suggest doing it on a run where you
Dear, sweet
actually
mother,
romance
You are
Morgan.
so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval. I may have answers. Ask. 'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes? She would no more tell me than you, I assure. From time to time, I have been to the village I mentioned. On occasion, I purchased
One recommendation,
goods
at least
from
on your
the
first
village
playthrough, is to
There
ask
I
all the
spoke
questions
with
you
men a
possibly
little.
can
There they stared.
and get as much information
Mother
out of
wishes for me to
every
expand
character
the
that you
horizon
can.
of my
Especially when you get to a
experience beyond
camp
the
here
wild.
that we
What
will get
I
to
want
in maybe
is
an
to
episode
see
or two.
mountains. I wish to... So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is...
And you can even
is
skip
a
the
small
dialogue like
place
me
of
if you
little
don't have
consequence
super big
called
interest in it.
Lothering. No
Because
more
again,
than a stop
codexes
along
can
your
also be
imperial
read
highway
later
where travelers
on
purchase
all
goods from
vital
local
information.
farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes...
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing. I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with new. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way. The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us. You won't right away. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly...
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in. They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
You missed your chance. Now it's charred rabbit from here on out.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear. Have you not left yet? I hope you are not... Questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more looking for new spells. Well, they're of no use to you without years of practicing my... Not that I would mind a handsome lad to order around.
If I were you, I'd take the Darkspawn.
Since before I was wrinkled and old. Ah, you may think it strange, but I was once young and beautiful, just as Morrigan is now. Yes, men desired Flemeth then, and some even killed for her. I am not, nor was I then. It dictated all that followed. Oh,
I hear the peace of the grave is eternal.
This is the thanks I get for feeding you and putting up with you for...
Feed me, she says. Without me, I swear, she shall be caked in dirt.
Yeah, feeding your kids is probably, just not even just a requirement, just the right thing to do. That's the bare minimum.
I laugh at a world full of stupid humans who ignore the Blight's evil and abandon their vigilance to chase mortal goals. Remember, it is up to you to destroy the Blight. Pray not for someone. Then we are done. Now
Now would be a good time to outfit your current party with any useful equipment. You'll at least have a good shield for Alistair. He's a great sword and board warrior. Usually I'll outfit the warriors with heavy armor, obviously. Two-handed won't help here, so we're going to stay with the main hand, which this one's better because of that +2 attack and 10 physical resistance. So we'll swap this one out. And that's the one that I got for lying to that elf boy. And this one's obviously better as well. For now, I think all I have is medium armor, so that's what I'll have to do. I typically stick with light armor for rogues. Well, you can do medium as well, but light helps keep their fatigue down, which takes away their stamina. Obviously, light armor for your mages, heavy armor for your warriors, and that's basically it. For your rogues, if you're going to be a bow and arrow rogue or a crossbow rogue, then you'll want to probably keep them in light armor. If you want to make them dual weapons, then you'll probably want to keep them medium armor because they're going to be closer in melee. There is some specializations on the mage side, which allows you to actually wear heavy armor, so if you want, you can do that. Alright, let's go. If you ask me, I love this world map so much. It's just so satisfying for some reason. And you even get to see where you're walking. These little battles will show up. They're just random encounters. Some of them you really just need to keep traveling to find and make sure that they actually prop.
To supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most...
This guy knows what's going on.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Such a cheery soul. Low game.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Here is where I will get my Mabari Hound because I completed that quest with the flower. Such a good boy.
Time for more Darkspawn, I see.
There's your Mind Blast, which helps stun them. And they're all dead. So a lot of people like to name him Dog or Bark Spawn. I saw one the other day on Reddit was Dogain, like Logain.
Mabaria like that. They call it imprinting.
But I'll be naming him when I name every one of my pets in video games, which is Casper, which is one of my old dogs who we put down about a year ago. And he is very, very worthy of the honor. He was also a Great Dane, so I feel like this big old Mabari Hound really encompasses a Great Dane attitude. Who couldn't love that? That rounds out at least a party of 4. I don't know if I've said this yet, but this Mabari Hound is not exceptionally useful in combat. At least I haven't found a great use. Not as good as some of the other companions. And the fact that you have to take a rogue. If you aren't a rogue, that you really need to have a warrior or a tank as well, and that just doesn't really leave a lot of space for the dog to be used within the party. But you can do what you want. Also, there's no other story with this dog. You don't have any other quests or anything like that. His approval is maxed out, so there's really nothing you can do. This is how you give gifts. You have to go to your inventory, go to the person that you want to give the gift to, and then just press A, and that's how you give it. So I just gave him the bone, which is his favorite thing. That's basically it. Doesn't really do anything. Just makes you feel good to give a dog a bone. This silver bracelet is just kind of irrelevant. I think it just can go to really anybody. Just give it to whoever needs it the most, or whoever you're trying to max out approval, especially if you're romancing them, because you have to get all the romanceable characters' approval up to a certain level before you can continue with the romance. And yes, you have to romance every character that is romanceable. So that would be Alistair, which you have to be a female. Zephyrin, you can be either. Liliana, you can be either. And Morrigan, you have to be a male. So with those 4, you can. It's every one of those is an achievement. Liliana is the hardest to romance, so I suggest looking at a guide or eventually following. Basically looking at a guide. I don't know if I recorded how to do Liliana on my other rogue character. When you do give a gift, you'll see a plus underneath or right next to that approval bar at the bottom left of the screen, and that will designate how much approval you get from that. And if it's plus 10 or plus 5 or higher, you picked the correct one. If it's like plus 1, you didn't pick the right one. And some of the miscellaneous ones like that silver bracelet are just, they're going to get plus 5 to anyone, so. Or plus 4 or whatever it goes down from there. Diminishing returns for gifts with a minimum of 1. So we'll head on. One quick fact is that when you start traveling, if you do get a random stop like we just got, you will not get another one. You can only have one stop, or I guess interruption, per travel.
By an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way.
Yeah, this isn't gonna fly. We're gonna beat the crap out of them.
A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on. Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a... not much get...
It's not real...
Do shut up. Even a Genlock would have understood that. Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear...
Right. We get to ransack your
So here's Intimidate.
Those are the rules. Did he say he's a...
You have to do 10 Intimidates and 10 Persuasions that I mentioned in the last video, so this is a good chance for an Intimidation.
Really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your Darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways. You don't say.
They is really good, boss. Remember?
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today.
Full circle. Let's kill him.
And just when we had things...
Couldn't we all just get along?
All right. We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all. Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
They don't deserve to live.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Welcome to Lothering.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make
Top tier banter,
Anyway,
I would say.
I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them? There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
However, my suggested route is to go Circle of Magi, or Ar-Iman. Then you go to the Dalish, then you go to
after
Orzammar.
your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
I can give you directions, if you like. He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is. If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there. We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy. Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tairn Loghain might have to say about it. If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course. Then you have a plan. Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away. Well, I don't know where we should go.
Now that is a...
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it. Fair enough. Let's head...
Alright, this is going to be kind of an extension of the tutorial area that was Ostagar and the Korkari Wilds.
Stop looking at me, mongrel.
As if we needed more.
There's a couple quests around here that will introduce you to trap making and crafting. I think I'm actually probably not going to do them. I don't want to waste any skill points on that in particular. I believe that you can also just set up one of your companions. It's the best idea to be one of those crafters if you want to. So you don't have to waste your time doing it. You don't need multiple people doing more than that. 1 or 2 skills. So
need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here. Then you'd best... We're loyal to the king here, and word from the north is the Wardens betrayed King Kaelin. Tairn Loghain has a... That's not what the Tairn's bound... I don't have the steel to try you, but you may want to watch yourself around those who... Can't promise I'm going to answer them. What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every Not that they'll be safe here with the army go. You could talk to the Elder. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Temple. He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not... Were? You mean they're gone? Well, goody for you. Now there's no... Sir Brian's will be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for it. Don't let me...
So we gotta go find him at least and get that reward, but we'll get there. As far as a general idea of what's in Lothering, there are two missable companions in this area. There's Liliana, who is great rogue, and then Sten, who is a warrior.
The band has marched north with Tarn Logain.
Sten is not necessarily a great companion. He's kind of an asshole. He's a Kunari, probably one of my least favorite. Liliana is absolutely perfect as far as a companion.
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare... We thought it would be safer and nobody cares about a few elves like us. Surely you understand. You...
That's wonderful news, Brad.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get
My recommendation on gifts is make sure that you maximize it, so you'll kind of get the flow of what makes sense for most gifts. But if you don't really know, just look it up. Otherwise, I'll probably go over it in the walkthrough, so you don't have to look it up if you don't want to.
I've been waiting, and I can't see her. Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait.
Eventually, though, on these gifts, they might start junking up your inventory. So, one of the DLCs, which you can at least start if you want, will give you a storage that you can just put a bunch of your extra stuff in. Especially because for alcoholics, for example, that's one of the last companions that you're likely to get, and basically all the alcohol except for maybe some wine goes to that final party members. So you'd have to carry that around almost the entire game.
That can only say the chant of light. His board, my father fixed Widow Allison's roof once.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
There's all sorts of things on his board. Even traveling sellswords sometimes, unless it's the chant of...
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word. Blessed are the people.
So in every city that you go in, you'll probably have one of these, and this just is kind of introduction to basically just side quest content.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Good old fire and brimstone preacher.
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Please stop.
But isn't he right? The ban left...
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us. No, do not touch me.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
There you go. No need to wait around. Do something.
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my headache will go as well.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left. So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all. The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Brian's head... Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Brian... Not since Tarn Logain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. Maker watch...
If you haven't figured it out, that little dragon head kind of just, or arrowhead if you want, kind of shows where that a quest that you need to turn in is.
Who? I beg your pardon.
Sir Donald?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Tern Loghain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. My mission takes priority, but I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my... Why is that, if I may ask? I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. He may be dead already. Not...
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this. If you're truly interested, there are... Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was any... I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once my fellow knight and travelling companion. He is delayed, though. What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Thank you again, good sir.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the dark.
Yes? Who might you be? I see. I am Sir Brian. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the King's death. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not...
Seems like a well-to-do guy.
Just in case. The revered mother leads... Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all...
As am I.
I have no time. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn. We have more than swords at our disposal. We're taught to dispel unholy magics as well. If only our powers work to keep away the Darkspawn. Alas, it is not so. In her study, no doubt, preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate. Our ban was summoned by Tern Loghain, and he took his soldiers north with him. Lothering has been abandoned. If the matter is important, certainly. Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tern Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster. Tern Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne.
So Tern Loghain was a power grab.
Queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them. Now, unless there's something else you need. They are. With the ban, we will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. Now, unless there's something else you need, I cannot openly...
Similar to Ostagar and the Corkery Wilds,
more there than we can carry when we
you cannot return to Lothering, so you have to get everything, which is why the two companions, Sten and Liliana, are completely missable.
It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service? I wish I could afford such help, to be truthful. If it interests you, there is a chanter's board outside full of... Now, unless there's something else you need, if the matter is important, certain. I suppose since you are a mage, don't look surprised. I would be a poor Templar. I have heard word that the Templars who watch over the Circle of Magi's tower have called for the rite of annulment. Hopefully I've heard wrong. If the rite of annulment is invoked, the tower and every living soul with...
We need the Circle's help. We should go...
To have such a call when mages are needed to fight the Darkspawn. I have nothing else to tell you. The only news I care about. Travel safe.
Let those who cry out from the shadows come. Let those who seek redemption be delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven.
It's terrible. So does the Maker's... I apologize. The Maker's plan is too grand. The revered Mother Presa... The Chant of Light. Surely you know. May...
And when the chant spreads across all four...
I want to go home. I don't like this place. Why did we come?
Again, you want to get all these book codexes. They just give you too much XP to leave on the table. And here, still need our rogue, which Liliana will help us deal with that.
And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven. And then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind be humble. Let all repeat the
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here. Might I suggest 30 silver?
Hopefully that 30 silver actually helps me out.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Loghain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws. Tairn Loghain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promised. Now, if there is nothing else... I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village. Now, if there is nothing else, may the...
Delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven. And when the chant spreads across all corners of the world...
Sorry if I go all over the place. I am a very, very common squirrel in this game. And also, I hate that you'll always do this probably multiple times. When you're trying to do something, you'll hit B, tap into A, or whatever it is on PC, and you'll just go ahead and start talking to your companions. Infuriating, but what are you going to do?
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I?
Did you... Greetings, my lord. Greetings, my lord.
This is where Liliana is, so we'll go in here shortly.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance. They're not here to defend us. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're... Same reason the Chantry's full. The tavern keeper's letting folks sleep on the floors, but he can only fit so many. Is there any reason to be happy? You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear some... It was? Hey! More will probably come, but it's good to know...
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes
Please.
is?
We came here to get away from...
He said that all the Redcliffe Knights were looking for it.
Danes are fugitives.
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Right, let's make this quick.
We are not alone. Right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
What do you want to tell him? I'll tell him. Right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
Say hello to Liliana.
I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. That, and the Maker wants me to go with you. Then, you believe me? I knew them.
Perhaps your skull.
Thank you.
Obviously, we're going to take out Barkspawn / Casper, and we're going to sub in Liliana. And now we can open up chests.
You're here about food. Take it up.
Maybe not all of them, because there are levels to chests, but we'll get there. Let's see what this guy has. I will say I'm going to make Liliana a bow and arrow or crossbow, and you also have some ammo that you can attach to those types of characters, and that will apply a little bit of extra damage, but you'll run out and you have to redo it, so it's a pain in the ass, but it's just something you have to do. And granted, I don't think it actually matters that much in the big scheme of things.
You're here about... I got other gear to sell. Oh, Messer, all have hungry. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my... You will? Odd thing to be doing.
Just trying to get that quest is all.
You're here. I got other gear to sell. Check the chanter's no, don't suppose you... I figured I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice. Well, there's herbs in the... I don't really know what you need.
Yep, so that's kind of a crafting quest. It's honestly a little bit hard to find where it is, but the easiest way to get to it, which I'll show you here, is just go to your weapon wheel, and that's how you can kind of access it. Don't forget to talk to this guy, he'll give you another quest. And there's a lot of quests with the Blackstone liaison guys.
You might be willing to help. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. Thank you. Maker's bless.
You're gonna make more trouble? You've about... They had it coming, and they were troubling. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. I hear that thing... Anything else I can get you? Lux?
You do have to switch characters to be able to use the lockpicking. Just FYI. If I can get there.
What's next?
Do this, do that.
Alright, grab these quests. these Blackstone quests, some of them take a while, so you have to wait till you actually find some people all the way in Orzammar, which is one of the last things we'll do.
Hello, stranger. I don't... Old man Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Trap making is also a thing that's rogue specific, and in this case, unless you put a skill point into trap making, you will not be able to do this quest.
I could do that for you. I finished.
This lady we're about to talk to will be another crafting quest, but you also don't necessarily have to craft as long as you have some health potions or health poultices, or lesser health poultices, which she asks you about. You can just go ahead and give them to her. So Morgan's a good one to keep for your herbalism. Liliana obviously has the poison making. All the other skills or crafting, you would have to have someone else do it. But here's the way you do make poisons.
What's to be... Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock? Splendid. Yeah. Enough gold. So can you surrender?
Go ahead and give this lady some health potions.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of ever since good King Caleb. I'm the elder here, and Sir Bryant at the Chantry has seen to me. Too much to do. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines. Then you may be able to... All manner of travellers come. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. I'll write all you...
So if you just talk to her again, you'll immediately have some health potions that you can give her. But you can also make them as long as you have those.
Delighted.
Or you can craft them, but...
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help me.
Another quick 50 silver.
How dare you accuse me of favoring?
And then here is Sten up on the left here. And if you want him, you have to get him out of his cage. This is actually a good place to stop. We're getting really close to that hour mark, so that's about the time I want to go for, unless we're really close to finishing, and we're not. We got a good bit of quests left to finish in Lothering. Yes, for now, that's we'll see you in the next one. Dr. Dad